Hello, Shauna here. I'm going to do a video blog on listening and the benefits of listening, specifically when you are talking to a friend, talking to someone who's wiser than you, or talking to someone like on street evangelism, or talking to somebody to tell them about Christ, which is wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to start with talking to a friend. So the Lord's been teaching me a lot about listening, and it's actually really awesome. Listening is awesome. For one, it kind of makes people uncomfortable, and like, this is kind of a secret, that I'm sharing on the internet. Don't tell your friends. This is just between us. Okay, so, like, when you listen to people, when you really listen to them, it makes them uncomfortable because they don't know what you're thinking, and like you just kind of like are staring at them like agreeing. No, but like actually just kidding. Oh, that's in my closet. Awesome. And you can okay, so one, it makes people uncomfortable because they don't know what you're doing, and people don't really expect people to listen to them. Because usually when people are talking, the other person is listening or like waiting to say what they have to say, which I'm guilty of a lot, and I used to be way guilty of that. But the Lord is taking me out of that. Yes! So yeah, now I'm really beginning to really love listening. And it's a discipline though. For me, at least. I'm not a natural listener. Not like, yeah. If anybody knows me, they know I like to express my mind. And so, okay, so for one, it makes people uncomfortable. And then two, you can really, like, gain a lot. Okay, so one, you can gain a lot in your own spirit because you're humbling yourself, realizing that you don't know everything, and that, like, you can just be silent. It also shows that you don't have to be the one talking. Like, people don't have to hear you all the time. You can just, like, listen to someone else and allow them to talk. And so you're growing in humility. Ew. Okay. I was looking at my screensaver. Yeah. So, yeah, you can really, really grow in your own self. And then you can really learn from other people. Like, sorry, this glare on my glasses is annoying me because I know other people can see it. So, like, you can really get to know people and really enter into their thoughts and, like, realize more about that person by listening to them. And I feel like it's not just listening to their words, and I'm not just talking about body language, but you're listening, it's telling a story about their past or about their history through just their words, through these things that come out of their mouth. Isn't that weird? Aren't people weird? Like, the way that we're created. Have you ever thought about eating? You, like, put things into a hole in your mouth, and then, like, you like, move your mouth around, and then you, like, swallow, and, like, meaning it, like this pressure, like, pulls it down into this other big, giant thing, known as the stomach, and then you also, like, these things that you can't see come out, and then it goes into your ears and your brain, and I think about this a lot. Anyways, so, where was I? Oh yes, listening. So, yeah, you can really grow in understanding other people. Okay, so this is going to be a segue into what I'm going to talk next about. It's a very participatory activity. When you're listening to someone, they are sharing with you something about them. Something about, and that's really special, because they're allowing you to receive something that's important to them. Obviously, if somebody's talking to you, they find a reason to talk to you. People don't just talk to trees. Okay, some people do, but there's a reason for it. Okay, anyways. We'll ask them later and find out. I'm like sympathetic with the tree talking people. Do they exist? Are they watching this video? Am I offending anyone? Okay. Anyways. Okay. So, like, you can. I'm putting this on YouTube. Hi, I'm Shauna. This is who I am. It's good. So, you're really engaging in another person's life. And I find that very participatory. I find that very, like, you're receiving from them. It's not just the talker that's engaging or doing something, it's a listener too. Because when somebody's talking and someone is listening, and you're just part of each other's lives. And that's what we're meant. We're meant to be like that. People are. It's like all people. I'm not trying to be creepy like, oh man, I like you and we're all married or something. We're talking and listening. Like, it's not like it has to be romantic. Or like, what is she talking about? But maybe some other people know what I'm talking about if you're a girl and you think like me. So, if you're a boy and you're thinking like me. So, but you, be quiet. You like, mingle yourself with their thoughts and really engage with them. And then this really applies to talking to someone wiser than you and just like humbling yourself. This takes a strength in your own self. It takes all of you to listen, at least me. And so it's not just like talking takes all of you. I'm gonna think about what to say and then I'm gonna formulate into an awesome way, but listening, really listening, shutting down judgment, shutting down preconceived notions, also known as judgment, and and shutting down your own words and what you're going to say next. And so that takes a lot of effort. Some of us are easier than others, and so I envy you. Tree talking to people. It's wonderful. Okay, so you can really learn from someone that's wiser than you, someone older than you. You can gain their wisdom. Like the Proverbs talk so much about wisdom. It's like wisdom is crying out in the streets, and we need to listen to her. And don't disregard wisdom. Wisdom comes from listening to wise people talk, receiving what they have to say. Okay. Yes. You also never really get in trouble if you probably heard this before too. I actually heard this from somewhere, so that's how I'm being able to retell it to you. You never hear someone say, that person listens way too much. Unless it just makes you uncomfortable and they're like, okay, they're probably like, why is she staring at me all day long? Anyways. But people are, I don't know, we just have to give our opinions. But it's really growing me to not give my opinion as much. Lately I've been trying, just in the past couple days, I've been really trying to not give my opinion a lot. And just hear people out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because you can really see the heart of someone when you do that. And then, like, when you're preaching the gospel, when you preach to someone, but then you also like listen to their story. It's a very participatory activity, and so you're mingling yourself with their thoughts, and you're getting to know that person. You're getting to know their story. They feel like their story is worthwhile, and because it is, and that's why we're listening to them. Like we're listening to them. Coercion, if you didn't believe that already. And you can really get to know someone's soul. And then think about what to say in response to that. The best way to know what to say to a particular person is to know what they think and how they think and how to respond in that way. So that's not selfish either. That's very engaging and it's very good. People love it. Children love it. Children love when you listen to them. So special. Listen to a child. It'll warm their hearts. And I think a lot of times this is one thing that I'm going to say about why we don't like to listen when it's hard. It doesn't come naturally, and so we don't think we can do it, so then we give up. It's hard. We want to talk, and it's tough. And then also because it's scary to really listen to someone, because you don't know where they're going to take you. They're taking you on a mental journey across rivers and bounds of oceans. Okay, not always, but when somebody talks to you, you don't know what they're going to say next. And a lot of times we have preconceived notions. You're like, I've heard that before. Or like, I know they're going to reprimand me. And somebody comes up to you and they're like, hey, what? Or they're like going to say something to you. Sometimes we have this like notion that we're like in trouble. Or at least I do. And so I'm like, oh crap, what did I do? But you didn't even hear what they said. What they said. Not what somebody has said to you in the past that you think is a repeated activity in your life, but what that person is going to say out of that soul, out of that heart, out of that mind. And so it's different. People are very engaging, and but it's scary. It takes a risk to really listen and mingle yourself with their thoughts. And so I would just like to say that I hope you listen a lot, and I hope you grow through that, because Jesus wants you to listen, and I hope that you listen to Jesus most of all. And so, yeah, you can just in summary, it makes people uncomfortable when you really listen to them. You can become really humble. You can humble yourself when you listen to them, because you don't need to be the one talking all the time with all of the answers. And you can really learn from somebody else. And another reason that listening is good is because you can receive from them and be in a relationship with someone, even if it's in a small sense. And you can become participatory in their thoughts. You can know what to say to them when see all these are fingers. They're pointing to numbers. They're pointing to numbers. It's very participatory, and you can really just mingle yourself with their thoughts and just become part of their life in that way. And then also you can gain a lot of wisdom. Wisdom is awesome. And I hope you listen to Jesus most of all. Have a good day. Goodbye.